What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're drawing turbo tails for Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's begin today's lesson in the center of our page with the top edge of the muzzle. We're going to start over on the left side. Let's add a curve going up the middle and we'll bend that back down towards the right. Now in the center we're going to add the nose. On the left, bend this down and in, go out and up, and we'll fill the nose in black. Now from here we're going to work our way out towards the furry cheeks. From the left side, let's step up, bend this across, and then up. Do the same thing on the right. And it's going to curve this back down towards the tip of the fur. Let's bend that back in. And we'll add another point of fur, going out and then down. Pull this up and then in. Let's add one more point along the bottom, going out and down. And I'll pull that up and in towards the chin. Let's tuck the chin on top of the fur. Let's step over on the left, bend this down in the middle, and overlap this on the right. Now I'm going to shift the mouth over towards the right side, starting right in the middle, bend this out, and then up. Add a small bracket on the right. Now you want to place the eyes in behind the muzzle. Leaving a gap in the center. Let's start over on the left side. Curve this up. I'm just going to round out the top of the eye, come down and then in. Let's go over towards the right, bend this up, go up to the same height, round this out, and then pull that in. Now I'm going to push the iris and pupil towards the inside. Let's start on the left, draw an oval, going around towards the top, down and in towards the bottom, and we'll line that up on the right side. Let's add a smaller oval in the center of the iris for the pupil. And we'll add a small circle along the top of the pupil for a highlight. And we'll fill the bottom of the pupil in black going around that highlight. Now I'm going to move up and draw those 3 points of fur along the top of the head. We're going to start right in the middle, bend this up, and then down towards the right. Now I'm just going to taper this so it gets wider as we go up toward the top of the curve, and then taper that back down. Now I'm going to add another point layered in behind. Let's start from this top curve, then it's across, and then down, go up toward the top, round this out, and then back down. Let's add one more. From the top of this curve, go across and down, go up, round this out, and then bring that back down on top of the head. Now just on the outside of the eye, we're going to add a curve, going out and then up. And then from the bottom, we're going to step up and curve the outside of the ear, going out and then up towards the tip. Let's go over towards the right and do the same thing, going out, and then we'll bend that up towards the same height. Now on the left side of that hair, it's going to add a fold, going across and then down across the top of the head. Let's go to the top of the ear, bend this in, and just tuck that in behind. Now on top of the right ear, it's going to draw that same curve. We're going to bring this in behind the hair, and then go in between. Now let's trace the ears along the inside. From the tip, we'll step down. Start by tracing out the bottom of the ear, going down towards the bottom, go up to the top, trace the inside. Now connect the inside with a curve, going around the head, and then back up. Let's do the same thing on the right. Tracing out the inside, down towards the bottom. I'm just going to pull this up, round up the head, and then go out. Now let's move down and draw the front of the cape underneath the head. Let's start on the left side, curve this down, and then up. And then on either side, we're going to add a fold with a short curve coming down and then in. Let's add some fur along the side, starting underneath the cape, bend this up and out, then it's in and then down towards the side. Let's add one more point, going out and then down, and we'll bend that up and then in. Now I'm going to connect these 2 points with a half oval, starting on the left, come down towards the bottom, and then pull that back up. Now from the side of that patch, we're going to step out, curve the body, going out and then down towards the hips on either side. Now I want to stretch the arms out towards the side. Let's start underneath the fur on the left, then the arm coming down and then out towards the wrist. And it will overlap the glove. Step up, bend this in, come all the way down towards the bottom. From the bottom of the glove, let's step up. We're just going to trace that same curve coming in and up behind the side of the body. Now let's go back up to the top of the cuff, draw a straight angle line coming down towards the thumb. And you just want to wrap around the thumb, going up towards the knuckle, coming down, round up the tip of the thumb, and pull that back up. I'm just going to add the edge of the palm, coming down and then in. Let's take that thumb and flip it over on the right. Start with an angled line coming down towards the wrist, go up, then the thumb coming down, round up the thumb going up, and then add the edge of the palm. Now I'm going to curl 3 fingers along the outside. Start from the outside of the thumb, start with a half oval, going out and then in, go down to the bottom, draw that again. I'm just going to tuck this up underneath the thumb, and then we'll do that one more time. Now we're going to go to the bottom finger, just going to curve the palm coming down. Now let's just bend that up towards the wrist. And then we'll go back to the cuff, angle down and then out in behind the palm. Also going to add a trim along the wrist, stepping out, just trace that same curve. Now I'm going to go back and finish off the legs. From the hips, let's step in and down and add a curve, going up and then down. Let's leave a gap in the center, go to the left side, bend the leg going out and then down towards the left leg, move over towards the right, go out and then down towards the right leg. Now let's round up the bottom of the leg, going down and then up toward the outside. Now from the hips, we're just going to bend the leg, going out and then down. Now you want to wrap the cuff around the ankles. On this point, let's step up, wrap this around, and then in. From the inside point, we'll step up, go in the opposite direction, and go out. Let's do the same thing on the right. And now we're going to fold the bottom of the cuff underneath. We step out, go all the way around toward the bottom, and then just tuck that up on the inside. Now we're going to be drawing the left tail in behind the left leg and curling the right tail on top of the right foot. So let's move over and draw on the left foot. Starting from the ankle, cut this in and then down. And then we'll round out the bottom of the foot. Coming down towards the bottom, and we'll bend that up towards the toe. From the toe, we're going to curve the foot, going up and then in towards the outside of the cuff. Let's add a thick sole along the bottom of the foot. So we're going to take this curve, step up from the toe, and just trace that across from left to right. And I'll add that large toe cap. Start from the top of the foot, come in, and then bend that down. Now with the left foot in place, let's draw on the left tail. We're going to start from the hip, bend this down, and then up toward the hand. Now you want to add a point. Come down and back in. Let's add the end of the tail halfway along this curve, go out around the hand and up. I'm going to bend this down towards the bottom of the tail and then go in behind the foot. Now you want to continue this curve along the heel, bending this up underneath the body. Now we're going to move over and draw the right tail curling on top of the foot. Let's start from the ankle. We're going to go around the ankle, bend that in. Let's add a small point, just tapering that out. Now halfway along this curve, we're going to come down and in toward the end of the tail. Let's work our way along the outside, going all the way around, go up. Now we're going to bend this in, aiming towards the hip, and we're just going to curl this back up. Now I'm going to separate the tail with a series of points. Let's start from the top. Bend this down and out. Bend this down and in. Let's continue this pattern all the way down towards the bottom of the tail. Now on the right side, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to start on the inside, bending this up and in. Go out and then down. And then again, just continuing towards the outside of the tail. Now with this tail in place, we're going to take this foot and mirror it over on the right side. Let's start by lining up the heel, and this in and then down towards the same height. And then we'll round out the bottom of the foot. Coming down, and we'll bend that up. From the toe, we're just going to curve the foot going up and in towards the ankle, going in behind the tail. We'll go up, and then continue along the top. Let's add that thick sole. Starting from the heel, I'm just going to trace that same curve going across, and then we'll add that toe cap. Now with the body in place, we're going to layer the cape in behind. Start from the top of the arm, start by curling this up, and then down in behind the arm, come down to the bottom, come down, and then out on top of the tail. Let's do the same thing on the right. Going up, and then down, come down, and then out. Let's come all the way down to the bottom of the tail. I'm just going to curve the cape. Come down and in, just aiming towards the toes. Now we're just going to bend this out and go up underneath the tail. Now I'm going to follow this curve along the outside and just taper up towards the neck. So let's take this curve, go in behind the hand, go up to the top, going up, and then down towards the side. Let's go over towards the right, going up and down in behind the hand, continue in between. Now I'm going to draw the back side of the cape. From this point, we're going to step up, then up and in behind the tail on both sides. Add one more curve in between, and then we'll sign our art and add a splash of color, and that's pretty much it. That's how we draw turbo tails from Sonic the Hedgehog. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. And if you want to keep drawing with me, you might want to check out this video over here. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.